You see the title and you see the thumbnail, so let's get straight into it. Let's start off with Tay-K. Tamor McIntyre is currently serving a 55-year conviction for a home invasion and robbery that resulted in the unaliving of a man in 2016. And now he's possibly facing life in prison without the possibility of parole for the 2017 robbery and unaliving of another individual. On day 5 of the trial, his ex and girlfriend at that time and getaway driver took a plea to avoid a similar fate. In exchange, she testified against him on the stand and described the events that led to the unaliving.
You all were at the light on McCullough. You said Tamor produced his gun, correct?
Yes.
And who did Tamor have the gun pointed at?
Mark.
And what was Tamor saying when he had the gun pointed at Mark?
To give him his bag. And then Mark kicked the windshield and Tay-K opened the door and shot him.
Kids, strive for a love that doesn't harm you or anyone else, please. Next up, we're leaving Texas and we're going up to New York with K-Flock. Bronx-born rapper Kevin Perez, most known for the song Shake It featuring Cardi B, he was arrested for unaliving a 24-year-old man in 2021, and he was recently found guilty on racketeering conspiracy, attempted murder and assault with a deadly weapon in aid of racketeering, and possession of a firearm in relation to attempted murder and assault, but was found not guilty of murder in aid of a racketeering enterprise. During the trial, Vance Brockington, a friend of K's, took the stand and testified against him in exchange for a plea for a charge he caught earlier, similar to the Tay-K story. Unfortunately, this trial was not live streamed, but I was still able to keep up thanks to Cuff Boys, and he was able to break things down for me.
I don't have much information about who this Vance Brockington is, but I found out his name is Dougie, not to be confused with Dougie B, who is K-Flock's friend, I believe, so don't get that confused. It's not him, but this snitch, how he got arrested is fucking crazy, and I'm gonna read it real quick. Vance Brockington, aka Dougie, and Robert Meredith, aka Red. Since in or about July 2022, the NYPD has been investigating individuals selling crack cocaine in a certain neighborhood in the Bronx. Undercover NYPD officers UC1 and UC2. These guys got caught by undercover cops, bro, selling crack cocaine.
Brockington took the stand and told of a time when a rival gang shot him, and from the hospital he FaceTimed K, and K said, "You know I got you, bro." And he retaliated on the rival gang. Yes, you heard that right. This friend who K slid in retaliation for, risked his freedom for, got on the stand and testified against him.
Yeah, I just want my whole hood to be on gangster, feel me? I want to be the nigga that make the change for everybody.
Next up, we head to Chicago with Lil Durk. This is alleged, but what is facts is that Durk Banks, aka Lil Durk, currently sits in jail awaiting trial, facing charges in a murder for hire plot, including conspiracy using interstate facilities to commit murder for hire. There are a number of channels, vlogs, and news articles that you can read about the trial that'll help you understand how Durk ended up where he is today, but this isn't about that. Now again, this is alleged, but the streets are piecing together who could have possibly helped the police get information on what was happening on the inside, and it has pointed to OTF Jam. Multiple vlogs listed Jam by name in the indictment, but I can't find the document. So here's the facts. Jam was convicted of a shooting in 2010, served 12 years, and was released in 2022, where Durk gifted him $50K. But he was arrested again in 2023 in connection to the same charge, but things get murky after that. Jam's baby mother was killed. Rumors spread it was a setup because Durk found out about The Wire. People even used AI imaging to forge his face on a man that was known for snitching. Since then, Jam took to IG to defend himself, but it seemed like more of a roast session towards those that called him a snitch. Not one time in these posts did he say that he was not a snitch. When it comes to this case, we'll have to wait for trial in October to see the truth once and for all. Just like with this next one, let's fly down to Atlanta with Young Thug. In October 2024, Jeffrey Williams pled guilty to gang, drug, and gun charges, ending the infamous YSL RICO trial. This trial has been covered on countless channels, so I won't go there. But while Thug took it to trial, Gunna took an Alford plea, which is a guilty plea where the defendant maintains their innocence, but admits that the state's evidence would likely result in a guilty verdict if brought to trial.
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Gunna still has a criminal conviction with limited appeal options, but the streets have spoken. And not only the streets, Young Thug released a tweet that has now been deleted. But even still, Gunna still says he's YSL. I guess this is again one of those cases where only time will tell. Let's wrap things up where we began in New York, but this time with A$AP Rocky. Rakeem Mayers, aka A$AP Rocky, was charged with 2 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm after an altercation with an old friend, Terrell, aka A$AP Relly. I covered this trial in detail on my channel. Be sure to check it out for more if you need more info. Relly not only filed the initial report against Rocky, but also sued him and took the stand. In the end, a jury found Rocky not guilty, but this case was a little too close to call for comfort. In the end, we can't hold space for sympathy without accountability, and I hope all the young kids are watching. These men are sons, fathers, uncles, brothers, whole lives thrown away or forever impacted in aid of someone they once trusted. If they don't learn anything from their actions, I hope you do. I hope you realize there are no friends when you live that kind of lifestyle.